search history is what I'd be screaming if I fell off a cruise ship. Every year, about 20 people go overboard, and spoiler alert, most don't make it. Yeah, turns out falling 200 feet into a shark buffet isn't the best survival strat. But yeeting off a cruise ship is pretty rare. I mean, you'd have to get pretty lucky to have a...
Man overboard.
That's right, on my last Royal Caribbean cruise, someone went overboard. It all started around 9:30 p.m. with the announcement, Oscar, Oscar, Oscar. A quick Google search told me you got to have a great evening. So I hustle my way to the top deck, and the ship begins to rumble. I'm thinking, did the propeller blade get him? But turns out we were just slowing down, which might seem counterintuitive. Like, why are we stopping? Shouldn't we be turning around? We are! You see, our ship has jets on the side of it, allowing us a 360 no-scope, which when you're standing on it feels quite trippy. Like you're swiping right in the sky, but can't unmatch the abyss. Anyway, while we're spinning, people are starting to gather. I'm thinking, perfect. Now I have an audience for my ignorance.
All right, go.
Time to start wildly speculating. Who do you think it was?
I'm about to
Was
be
it one of the
going.
scooter people?
All right, bro.
Resting a turkey leg on the throttle? Was it the influencer trying the drowning is just a mindset challenge? Was it the dude playing Minecraft with his Apple headset thinking, is there fall damage? Was it the guy trying to escape the Matrix, only to speedrun his way into a worse game? Was it the depressed teen saying, if I'm just an NPC, then who would miss me? Was it the blind lesbo following the scent of perfume in hopes of touching those soft wrists one more time? Was it the defeated boyfriend who was tired of hearing smile like you mean it? Oh, you want a happy smile, Kate? Here's a happy smile! Was it a black guy? Gotta be hard to see fingernails from up here. What if it's a ginger? Do we just call off the search? Help! Help! Looks like she's gone. Was it an adult, a teen, a child? Maybe a look what I can do 12-year-old. Or maybe an enabling parent saying, hey, you can do it. Pretend I'm outside with you. Good. Now climb the railing. We don't know, but I will continue to speculate out loud in front of people. Don't look at me, Deb. You're the one that brought their kid to a Liam Payne reenactment. But hey, at least we can all agree it was probably a man. If it was a woman, then it was definitely foul play. She said she was depressed and just left. I mean, why would I push her if I could just poison? Imagine being that guy day one of the cruise, knowing this was the game plan. Oh, his heart must have been pumping. The adrenaline of, I'm about to be either really happy or really sad. No matter who it was, they'd be big dead. The impact alone is enough to boot you from server. The top deck is 213 feet high. The Statue of Liberty is only 150 feet. At least with Lady Liberty, you might catch an upskirt on the way down. And even if you do survive, you're gonna wish you hadn't. Treading water at night as your only lifeline sails away will unlock a new level of panic. Your voice would tremble if you weren't swallowing so much salt water. Oh God. And you might as well be ringing the dinner bell for predators. Feeding time, boys. It's not the sharks you have to worry about. No. It's the dolphins. Don't let Disney movies fool you. Flipper ain't helping you. Unless you count being humped out of your misery, help. We all know they follow cruise ships waiting for scraps. Jerry, finally tastes good to someone. Or rather, something. But seriously, if something doesn't eat you, then what do? Play how long can I hold my breath game? I'm not Christian. I'm not going to the next level. It's just so unfair. You spend your entire life avoiding whales, and now you're praying for one to deep throat you? Swallow me, Moby! But maybe this was the game plan. Maybe he went on the ship to end himself. Buys a one-way ticket to Miami, boards the ship with no luggage, gives 10 grand to a random kid at the arcade, sits down for his favorite meal, filet mignon with creme brulee, no more worrying about diarrhea, then skips his way to the top deck knowing tomorrow isn't gonna suck. Then he peers off the balcony, taking in the cool breeze one last time before hurling himself off, smiling ear to ear, saying, finally, I take control! That, my friends, is the ultimate mic drop. The only way it could be better is if he planted stuff in his room to with people. You know, like a framed photo of Mr. Clean or a suitcase full of left baby shoes. Who was this guy? What did he do? I'll tell you one thing I do know. Staff were not looking for him. Sure, they sent out a lifeboat and turned on some lights, but it was all for show. They knew he was gone, but kept up the pageantry so guests wouldn't riot. How do I know this? Well, 20 minutes after the initial announcement, the captain comes on saying, "Good evening, passengers. I'm sorry to inform you that somebody is overboard. All assets have been dispatched looking for this individual. I repeat, all assets have been dispatched."
That's actually
I'm thinking,
sad.
really? All assets, huh? Where are the photographers? I couldn't turn the corner downstairs without someone trying to take my picture. You're telling me a telephoto lens that could spot a nip slip from 10 decks away isn't a useful asset right now? Or where are the drones at? You got at least 10 in the gift shop. You're telling me a device literally designed to fly around and spot things isn't a useful asset? What about the lifeguards? Specifically Eduardo, who's a little too enthusiastic about watching the kiddie pool. Throw that asset in the ocean. Come on, people. Let's start brainstorming. Elon, let's get Elon on this. Fire up Starlink. Start mapping the area. Enhance. Please be white. Please be white. You know the craziest part? Staff kept telling us to back away from the railing. Like, where'd you want the maximum number of eyeballs looking for this motherfucker? We're on a cruise, turn that shit into a game. First one to spot him gets a free spa day to recover from all their emotional trauma. And where's the cruise director? Bring him in on this. All right, folks, keep your eyes peeled. Remember, this game has a timer. Plus, how are you going to deny people such delicious drama? It's like we're living in a telenovela. Donde está mi ma? People are on the edge of their seats with anticipation. This is why you travel, for memorable experiences. And nothing says core memory like a potential homicide. Ladies, you know crime docs make you wet. You're probably telling your man right now, do me on the railing. Oh, tell me you're gonna push me. I have never been more excited in my life. I didn't even realize I missed dinner because I was too busy feasting on this tasty treat. And the icing on the cake was the people around me. The girl who instantly starts crying when she turns on her camera. The couple making out in the pool chair. The live streamers shoving their phone in staff's faces saying, what are you hiding from us? The parents standing next to the child saying, that could have been you, and quite frankly, should have been you. There were people laughing, crying, typing on their laptops, swallow me, Moby! But my absolute favorite was a black guy who showed up mad late, took one look over the railing and said, shit, he ain't making it. I'm dying. It's like the joke. So who actually went overboard? Well, turns out.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers?
Shut your bitch ass.
Thought it was a sin. I'm dying just like the jumper. So who actually went overboard? Well, turns out it was a 66-year-old woman. I know what you're thinking. Wow. It must have been foul play, right? Nope. Apparently people saw her climb the railing and just tumble off the side. One person said she slammed into one of the lifeboats on the way down. Which, talk about irony. So did she come on the cruise specifically to end herself? I don't know. But what I do know is she didn't come alone. Oh, that's right. Her husband was still on the ship. God, your plot is so thick. And just because he didn't push her doesn't mean he's not responsible. But what if he gaslit her into it? Every day coming home with I should have married your sister. Or, I hope the cancer comes back. Or, your cooter looks like a bag of trail mix. How many walnuts does he have to eat while not breaking eye contact before he's held responsible? I guess we'll never know. Because it isn't America who does the investigation. No, it's the Bahamas. Ever wonder why cruise lines fly random flags in the back of their ships? It's not to show cultural appreciation, it's to dodge accountability. By registering under these so-called flag states, they get to avoid labor laws, taxes, and safety regulations. It's basically a legal loophole. So when something goes wrong, like a passenger mysteriously vanishing, it's these countries who do the investigating. No due process here, just a, sorry sir, you're gonna have to come with me. And speaking of dodging safety violations, do you know there isn't a dedicated team who works search and rescue? No, it's a lottery system where random staff members on the ship are picked to go look for the person. Can you imagine? All of a sudden seeing your housekeeper Samson controlling the rudder like, damn, I really needed fresh towels. Crazy, not only for the passengers, but for the staff. Their job is hard enough, let alone pulling corpse duty. Staff members shouldn't be looking for passengers, they should be celebrating. Most are working 12-hour shifts on 7-month contracts with no days off. I guess dying should be the best thing to ever happen to them. So long as they don't pull the short straw. Suit up, Samson. It's wet out there. Now, in Royal Caribbean's defense, there was no way she was making it, regardless of who was looking. Daytime, maybe, but nighttime, she's gone. Her liver is already rebuilding a coral reef. And listen, I know it's tragic, but it could have been worse. 2 months earlier, Royal Caribbean had another accident where a 12-year-old fell off a balcony. And not just any balcony, an interior-facing balcony. Oh, that's right. On this ship, there are interior-facing balconies surrounding a little Central Park area. Can you imagine eating a tuna melt next to a shrub when you hear, good luck erasing that from your mental hard drive? Now every time a car door closes, PTSD has entered the chat. If you ever fall into open water, the strat to survive is real simple. If you're wearing pants, just take them off, tie off the bottoms, try to get as much air in them as possible, and use them as a makeshift floaty. If you're wearing a skirt, then tie it around your face, cause you dying, bitch. Looks like Grandma was right. Transitioning did ruin your life. Oh God, your plot is so thick!
What?
You know what you want to do. Oh, I want to push that subscribe button.
No, I don't. No, I don't.